Final test. At the hands of that stunt driver supreme, that master of motoring's torture chamber, that daredevil, Jimmie Lynch. You've just met the new Dodge, Jimmy. What do you think of it?
It's a fine-looking car, all right. But after all, driving's my business, and handsome is as handsome does.
Completely hard-boiled is Jimmie Lynch. Tell him you have a beautiful new car, and he says, all right, but what will it do? Well, one thing Jimmy and thousands of other Dodge owners know is that the world's finest brakes will bring you to a safe, sure, and smooth stop. He's finding for himself the flashing extra acceleration resulting from the getaway gear of the improved all-fluid drive and the finer performance provided by the gain in torque. Increased horsepower in the new PowerFlow engine makes performance even more brilliant than before. Look at him go! And now observe the amazing flexibility of all-fluid drive. Probably most cars could get up those steps with a running start. But watch how Jimmy does it. The Dodge takes this steep grade right in its stride and without shifting gear. Just to press the accelerator slightly, and you can hold the car on a grade with all-fluid drive acting as a brake. No need to touch either clutch or brake pedal. No jerking, no stalling, just a smooth, irresistible flow of power. Here's another proof of power as applied with all-fluid drive. There's no slipping in that loose sand. Instead, the wheels take a hold and out she goes. No, sir, there's just no stopping this new Dodge. And now watch what happens at high speed as the left front tire is deliberately blown out by a dynamite cap. There it goes. But the path of the car is straight and true because Dodge safety rims on Dodge Safeguard wheels are designed to hold the tire on the rim in case of a blowout. All right, boys, put a new tire on that wheel and we'll get going. Now the demon stuntman, Jimmie Lynch, goes to work. Can't you take it? Well, you'll soon know. And now Jimmy puts the car to a real test of stability, tilting it high, first on one side and then on the other. But the car is as sure-footed as a mountain goat. It takes more than that to upset the new Dodge. Okay, Jimmy, do it just once more so we can see what it looks like in slow motion. Nothing could rack and twist a car worse than this jolting, jouncing ride over railroad ties. Watch it in slow motion and see how the wheels and a more steel springs take all the punishment while the body rides on an even keel. Watch this new Dodge do a new kind of steeplechase to prove its strength and stability. Let's watch it again through the eyes of the slow motion camera, so that every racking bounce and twist is clearly visible. Jimmy wants to fly again. Can he take the Dodge over this hurdle? Here he comes. There he goes. Let's have an encore in slow motion, Jimmy. We want to see that tremendous impact when the car lands and try to figure out how the frame, the axles, and the springs survived that kind of a beating. this. 8 cars nose to nose. If he makes this jump, it's a miracle. But he does it. For the benefit of those who close their eyes that first time, here it is again in slow motion. And now the grand finale, the most spectacular and dangerous of all Jimmie Lynch's stunts, the roll of death. Watch it. Again, slow motion brings out every detail of this terrific test of car and driver. Could anything offer more convincing proof that this is the greatest Dodge of them all? Jimmie Lynch knows better than any other man alive just what an automobile has to take it. For he's rolled and jumped Dodge cars more than 1,000 times. He thrilled more than 20 million people with his death-defying stunts at the World's Fair. And Jimmie says this new Dodge is a sound investment, the best buy of them all. Boy, that was a thriller. A great big hand for a great car. Yes, and a big hand, too, for the driver of the car, Jimmie Lynch. Now, what have you got to say about the new Dodge, Jimmie?
Just as soon as you touch the accelerator, you can feel more power than last year.
What about all-fluid drive?
It's improved, too, although I thought it was pretty slick last year.
You're completely sold on the Dodge, aren't you, Jimmie?
Well, I've rolled over in a Dodge more than 1,000 times. I've sailed through the air in a Dodge for a total distance of 15 miles.
That certainly answers my question. A man who entrusts his life and limb to Dodge dependability.
Yes, sir. I couldn't ask for a better car than the new Dodge to save my life.
And there you are. It's no wonder that right now there are so many Dodges traveling the highways of the world. For Dodges are built to last. There's a big, beautiful car that will take care of your transportation not for 1 year or 2, but for many years and for many, many thousands of miles. The new Dodge, the greatest of them all.